Hello everybody, welcome to the Mike from LA1 Network here on YouTube. Yes, sorry, this is my Monday Night Raw review on Wednesday. Yes, because I got really emotional with one match in particular. Well, let's talk about Monday Night Raw. It is not one of the best Raws, but the only thing good was that's the storylines and get ready for Night of Champions, which will take place in Detroit, Michigan. Yeah, I know there's not that many characters of mine went to Detroit. I fact there's only one that went to Detroit. That was Max Power playing for the Pistons for a short while. So let's get started. First off, Triple H came out to kick off Monday Night Raw. And they introduced Randy Orton right away. And they talked business in front of the Des Moines crowd, who had a lot of Hawkeye fans and a lot of Cyclone fans as well. I saw a couple Iowa jerseys, saw some Iowa State jerseys there, and all that stuff. They were talking about what business was. They never got the chance because out comes Daniel Bryan. As Orton called for the number one contender to forfeit his title opportunity. Yeah, this was the theme here tonight. And then Daniel Bryan was forced to face the Big Show. Although Big Show said he failed to refuse, and Booker said he should forfeit, which I think that may starting to lead to Booker turning heel. But I'm thinking, then I realized, no, Booker's not turning heel. They changed the plans on this one. And speaking of changing plans, the next match, the first match of the night, was The Miz versus Fandango, or Miz Dongo. Miz Dongo may have made a one-time appearance. It was no flute. Last week was no flute, and this was a great match. This was an okay match, not great. But in the end, Miz got the figure 4 and Fandango tapped. No, not tap dancing, by tapping out. And stuff. So that's all I have to say about that one. I gave that one a 3 out of 5 stars out of that match. Next, it was Dolph Ziggler coming out. But then we found out, but Brad Max told him not to choose his opponent. But thanks to a sneak attack by the U.S. champion Dean Ambrose, which is probably setting up Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler, which I'm hoping Ziggy gets the U.S. title. That is absolutely outrageous. But then out comes Ryback with his new Minitron that says Ryback rules. Which I thought, okay, Ryback's turning face. Nope, not yet. In the end, Ryback hits Shell Shock and Ryback defeated Ziggy. Dolph Ziggler. Next, Stephanie McMahon came out to force the Big Show to face Daniel Bryan, and I feel so bad for Big Show. As Stephanie revealed the loopholes in his ironclad contract, so that's why he doesn't fight back. That basically Giant had no choice but to face Daniel Bryan. And boy, the end, well, we're going to talk about that match in a little bit. Next, it was the Primetime Players versus 3MB. And, man, 3MB, man, the Primetime Players are actually on a roll. And if that wasn't enough, Titus O'Neil is dating one of the former competitors to the Celebrity Apprentice. So good job, Titus. Way to go. But actually, this was a great match. This was an okay match. But in the end, I don't know who won this one. Who hit the finishing maneuver of the Primetime Players. The Primetime Players do get the victory. But now with Mark Henry out with an injury, it looks like at this point, the Primetime Players are getting their long-deserved title shot. But that's just me personally. And next came probably the match that I was most emotional for. Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Before the Miz versus Fandango match, Triple H and Randy Orton were talking backstage, and out comes Cody Rhodes wearing a SummerSlam t-shirt, which I was found of. But then, all of a sudden, Triple H saying it'll be Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan with bets for business. But then Triple H proposed the Randy Orton-Cody Rhodes. But if Cody Rhodes loses, he's gone. He's fired. This was probably the best match of the night, because that went back and forth. Cody avoided the RKO, hit the crossroads. I was like, okay, this is it. But then 1, 2, and then Cody Rhodes tweaked his knee, and that was the ultimate downfall, because I wanted Cody to win. But Randy got the victory. Then Triple H came out, and he said he flat out, I respect Cody, but he regrets to inform him, you're fired. So I expect Cody, but if you guys don't know, when someone gets fired, it doesn't mean they're going away forever. So all you TNA fans, sorry. Cody's staying. Yeah, I expect him back by at least Survivor Series, because they did bring up that in a few days he's getting married. So congrats, Cody, on your wedding, man. Hopefully your wedding doesn't last 5 minutes. Okay, just kidding. Next, CM Punk addressed Paul Heyman and Curtis Axel. The voice of the voiceless is done talking. He's not in the mood to wrestle. He brought out a kendo stick, but he brought back a piece of payback to Paul Heyman and Curtis Axel at Night of Champions in Detroit. Which this should be interesting, because I'm hoping, if he was heel, I was expecting to wear a Blackhawks jersey at the Joe Louis Arena, but I doubt that's gonna happen. So, but actually, he vows in a triple threat elimination match. So once again, this is the first time in Night of Champions that not all the titles are going to be defended on. Also, let me set the record straight. During the opening segment, Triple H mentioned the bringing back the Cruiserweight and the European Championships, which means that there's a slight possibility that one of those titles may be coming back. So, I'm just flat out saying that. I may have saved a couple of emails from that. So I'm looking forward to the Punk Heyman versus Heyman Axel match at Night of Champions. Next, the Triple Threat Divas #1 contender match between Natalya, Naomi, and Brie Bella. This was probably one of the worst matches of the night. And actually this was actually booked to be a good match, because AJ was out on commentary, so I thought, okay, AJ was going to let this go out. Nope, she interfered, and wouldn't you know it, it was a no contest. But actually, after the commercial break, all three of the divas, Natalya, Brie, and Naomi, talked to Stephanie, and she set the record straight. At Night of Champions, it'll be a fatal 4-way. So last year it was Miz who had to deal with the fatal 4-way. This year it is AJ Lee. So AJ, good luck. Next, it was Rob Van Dam versus Damien Sandow. Now with Cody gone, the thing I do not want to happen is gonna happen. Damien Sandow is gonna become the World Heavyweight Champion. But unless at Night of Champions they hold it off, so I'm expecting at least Damien not to cash in. And if it does, oh my God, I'm hoping his reign is as worthless as Jack Swagger. I'm sorry, but he did. But the original member of ECW spoiled his night as RVD beats Damien Sandow. That's all I have to say about that. Next, it was Daniel Bryan versus The Big Show. Yeah, the Bad Blood went under the bridge when it's still unwise to make a giant angry. And this is by far the worst part of the night. I swear, this was downright terrible. The match was okay, gigantic spear, but then in the end, the Shield swarmed Bryan again, and that's it. Bryan beat the Big Show via disqualification, but the game made Big Show wants another triple powerbomb, but then he was forced to knock Daniel Bryan out. He looked like he was going to say no, but I was afraid there were going to be two firings on Monday night. And then, in the end, he knocked him out, and Triple H saying you did the right thing. So I was like, oh, okay, the only way he'll knock him out for real. But Big Show was crying, so I doubt that was a heel turn for Big Show. And besides, they just turned him back, so it's like Alberto Del Rio at the A-Back. Me personally, they turned him too soon. So I'm just looking. This is not the best Raw, but it's not downright terrible. I give it a. And besides, Raw's in Toronto next week, so. And if I'm gonna for this Raw in Iowa, I give it a. I'm gonna rate this a 5.5 out of 10 stars. That's the rating I'm giving it. Rated. Yes, that's right. Next week, my personal favorite superstar, the Rated R Superstar Edge, will make his triumphant return to Monday Night Raw. Now, WWE, keep the anonymous Raw gentleman. Oh, wait, that was Hornswoggle. That's all I got to say about that. Thank you guys for watching my Monday Night Raw review. And Sports Gaming will be coming back in just a few minutes.